Hi, I'm Miss Sleazer. I'm one of the English 10 teachers here at Liberty High School.
I'm Addison.
I'm Lily.
And we're from English 10 Honors.
Hi, my name is Finn O'Toole. I'm from English 10 Honors.
And I'm Parker Cack. I'm from English 10 Honors.
Hi, my name is Angel, and I'm in English 10 Honors.
So every summer I take a class with the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum in Washington, D.C., and the class happens to be on Zoom. So I am in class with people from all over the world, which is really inspiring and educational. Last summer, so 2 summers ago, one of the opportunities they told me about was these teaching trunk opportunities with Holocaust museums across the country. And the closest museum that participated in the trunk activity, so this is called a teaching trunk, and was the Illinois Holocaust Museum. They send this to me every year, and it has artifacts in it that are replicas of what are actually in the museum.
I think my favorite part of the trunk was seeing how all the artifacts connected to all their lives, because we read about these people and we hear about them, but we don't really get to see how they were actual people with lives that didn't relate to the Holocaust.
So the memoir we read is called Night. It's about the Holocaust survivor Elie Wiesel, who survived Auschwitz. And we connect the story of the Holocaust, and again, the whole idea of each of the 6 million people had a story. So we use the artifacts as a way to drive that message that each person had a story, and behind every artifact there is a story. And then we also extend that to talk about different careers that one can consider in museum or curator work or as a historian, and what it takes to put together artifacts or something like this teaching trunk in a museum. And so we extend the lesson and have students actually take a document or an artifact from the trunk, and then we use a document provided by the National Archives and Records Administration in Washington, D.C., and we use the same document that they use to archive materials in the Smithsonian, and the students then take one of the articles from the trunk and they do the same process that you would if you were working at the Smithsonian, and then they would create like a tag or a description for that artifact on this sheet of paper.
My favorite part was looking at all the different artwork. My trunk had about 15 pieces of artwork by Eva Schloss and Heinz Geringer, and there was also a really good poem in there by Heinz Geringer.
The ID tags were really cool because it showed like what they had to go through and what they had to have on their cards every time they like came into a new country. And then also the ID tags were like the only thing that they were able to identify with.
One of the things that stood out to me was all the photos that showed people living their normal lives before and after the Holocaust and how they changed it.
Yeah, I feel like just seeing the artifacts like kind of put you in like their shoes and like showed you a personal experience and just something that you would never like know or like learn about without seeing those artifacts of like personal items.
So again, the main goal of this is the stories behind the number of people killed in the Holocaust, and the stories behind we want them to remember the individuals, not how they died, but who they were and then why they died, and so we'd never let it happen again. And so for me, I want them to remember the stories. I want them to remember the pieces of their lives that we interact with in this box, and hopefully that is what they will carry with them, not so much this many people died, but we don't want this to ever happen again because each of the people had a story and a life and a family and people that loved them.